Okay, we should be live as I rip my microphone around and try and figure out where I'm sitting right now. Hopefully everyone's doing all right. I need to adjust a couple more things. I was trying to fix some stuff and deal with a copyright claim. What's really sucky is it's a copyright claim on a royalty-free song that was in a video game that I covered. So it's like, okay. Not only is it like, oh, part of the game, so I'm kind of critiquing it in that sense, but it's also royalty-free already. I'm getting a claim on it. Suck it. It's one of those things. But we should be fine. Generally, I have a grape halfway in my teeth. Okay, should be better now. But seriously, if you release a game, try to include, like, if you send a press release, try to include what kind of disclosures need to be made for the music on it. If you're using copyright-free stuff. I haven't really dumped too much stuff off. We're currently still on Melee. Hopefully it'll be good enough for the rest of Hell. We'll find out. Let's go and get our skill points. What else do we actually want points in? We already have max that, and that. We could go more charge, which would give us more attack rating and damage on that, which is not bad. Could also go Holy Shield. Although it doesn't look like the Holy Shield magic is going up at all, just smite damage. I really don't know what's up with the, like, just flat 1250. Sacrifice, Defiance, and Zeal. So these two boosted a lot. And it's just 15% there. We could go Defiance. Might be, I mean, it is just a, we don't have to do anything into it, but how much is it? Plus 25 per level? No, plus 15% per level. So that's actually decent. So that would make us go up in magic damage. I will miss some of the zeal damage. I mean, zeal damage, physical damage we can get from other things, but I really don't think there's much else for us to put into things. And yeah, vigor and might we're not ever going to invest in. Defensive auras we could. We're not going to actually do anything with it is the problem. We don't need the extra block. Actually, we're not even getting extra block. It's every few levels at this point. Smite, we're not going to be running too much. We could run it for a couple things, but we're not going to get the extra magic damage from it. Yeah, so we have 1250. That is the max we can get there. So let's go ahead and go with Defiance, I guess. Oh, that's plus defense per level. I am a dumbass. Why did I read that as magic? I am not awake. Holy shit. Give me a second for the coffee to hit, I guess. Let's go ahead and respec. Why not? Bonk. Just respec everything. We want that to be at 75. There we go. Main reason we want it at 75 is if we die, we want to be able to pick up our shield. And then we go ahead and get enough dex for that. There we go there. Oh, and we actually need the skills before we can actually put it in there. What is our block rate? 63, 65, 68, 70, 73, 75. Then the rest in vitality. So now we have 75% block with a decent level of shield in that. 34% boost from Holy Shield. We do need to remember that. I don't think we have any other like real synergies with offensive stuff. Yeah, this doesn't get a synergy. We of course want max there. I don't know why my brain went like, oh, it's extra magic damage. No, you're an idiot. It happens. I am a moron at times. Okay, so of course we're going to max out Zeal. Extra attack rating, extra damage, always welcome. Maximize Sacrifice, that's going to be extra damage, extra attack. It's not going to be extra attack rating, but it's going to be extra damage. So it's 444% there. 1250 on the shield, so we want to get this up to at least 34% from the plus skills. The thing is, do I actually want to bother with anything else in this tree? Do I just go charge? Do I go Holy Bolt? Holy Bolt's going to be useless for us. We only have 3 skill points. We're not going to get enough skill points to actually do anything. We've got 12 more in the game that we get. So it's not even enough to max any skill other than Holy Shield. In fact, it would just max it because of the new 25 max. I think charge might be it, because we do actually use it. Just trying to think if there's anything that might even be remotely useful. Got cleansing from you, holy freeze from you. We could pop down and take redemption. It's not really that great for us. Yes, it's a great skill, but it's mostly going to be just there to remove corpses, which is essentially, guess what? We're fighting Neelithak, the spell. Combat skills. You know what? We will just go into charge, I guess. Doesn't really get any crazy amounts of damage, but you know what? It's there. It's our mobility skill. We have like no plus stats anymore. We just have replenished life out the wazoo. A lot of elemental damage added to our stuff. And resists. And crushing blow, of course. But last time we got to the City of the Damned. Now we're just got this in Act 5, basically. Let's go ahead and just double check. Yeah, it's not going to be down there. Here's hoping we don't have like a really shitty river. Although, really, there isn't an awful combination river. You can have some like mediocre ones. Can you guys please like not just sit over the river flame where I can't touch you? Thank you. That's going to happen in the freaking Citadel, too. Yeah, bone armor all you want. It only prevents physical damage. Yeah, we're looking for... Do I really even care about Forge? We'll take Forge. I don't think it's going to do anything for us. I think it's just going to be one of those days where we just kind of chill. Take it easy. It's already been a long day and I only just woke up kind of situation. Don't die, mercenary. I believe in you. Ooh, a tall rune. Great. Okay, and he will be continuing to drop Holy Freeze. This is the downside of getting rid of the Act 1 mercenary. She can actually take care of that stuff for us. But I think it might be worth it for the Holy Freeze and for the cleansing. I do wonder if the Act 1 no, because it's a spear one. It's a pillar of blah, blah, blah. That means it is absolutely just going to be spears. Maybe pole arms. Boop. Not the fastest kills, but it works. We're using Grief, so the fact that the enemies are so much spongier in hell in this kind of counteracts Grief, but I wish, and this is an annoying thing in this game. Go to 4. I really wish that whenever they brought it over, they would have separated out the sound effects and the just broad sound. Because sometimes I do like just playing with just the music. I know that sounds really weird, but playing with just the music in some games, especially games where I'm farming, if I have a broken-ass build, is actually very relaxing. And it would let me actually adjust the audio levels where you guys could hear the music, but not the of the endless chopping of faces. Do those wraiths even have faces? Not wraiths, the finger mages. They got fingers. That's for sure. But yeah, now we actually do reasonable physical damage, so our leech should be able to keep up with most of the stuff we're going to run across in here. The ancients, if they're physical immune, are going to suck. I don't think they're going to be, which should make them relatively easier. Still like a fringe possibility, I guess. I don't know what their base resists are in the mod. Every day we're chewing on. I almost tried to break into a song and I didn't know where I was going with that. We're chewing on something. Those are champions. Want to know how I know? We had more than one odd-colored one in that space and no one had an aura. Lots of rings today. Now this river, by the way, this would actually be a really good river for jewel farming or rune farming or stuff like that on players 8 if you had the punch to actually go through them. I don't currently have that on this character. But you can see how many rings and stuff we're getting. These guys, the finger mages, if I could ever pick up the goddamn ring, these finger mages are actually really good junk droppers. If we come down here, they'll keep following us, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, if we come down here, you'll see that we actually had a lot of potions, rings, and stuff like that where there were a bunch of those guys, and the big Urlars, the blunderboars, whatever you want to call them, actually dealt with a lot of... We're going to go and take that. Wait a minute, Wake of Fire? The big one's Wake of Inferno. That means they've untethered plus skills from the level of the gear. But anyway, yeah, they drop a lot more rings and stuff like that, as they are considered in the same kind of class for drop pools as, say, wraiths and... I'm trying to remember what the other one is. It's wraiths, finger mages, and one other. Gloams. There we go. Gloams are jump droppers, too. Always forget them because I hate gloams. So rivers like this, if you are looking for freaking jewelry, charms, runes, that kind of stuff, they're actually really good droppers, at least in vanilla. I can't speak entirely for the mod because they have changed quite a bit. They've probably, I mean, they've obviously changed the freaking claw pools plus skill tiers. I'm pretty sure I might be misremembering. It might be Wake of Inferno's that's small, and I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure Wake of Fire is the triangle one. Of course, it has been a while since I played an assassin. I could just be misremembering. Did that guy just pretend whirlwinding? I think that guy was just pretending to whirlwind. Go ahead and take you, because we keep forgetting. Yeah, hell difficulty in this. It's still pretty difficult. We are fairly well geared, and we are currently am damage, which really sucks. Especially against Udars. Yeah, we do have one finger mage chilling over there on the right. That's not a big deal. These guys are level 98. I think probably most of Act 5 is going to be level 99. Or higher. Yes, it is possible for it to go higher, but the highest we'll see drop is level 99 items. Hey, Dabish. How's it going? Hopefully you are doing all right. But yeah, we are just chilling on our way through hell with... We got grief, so... Might as well stay physical. Caster would probably still be easier. Just because we don't have the tankiness we would necessarily want for a true, like, high-end melee build, but this should actually do fine through the end of the game. The only thing I'm mildly worried about are Ancients and a little bit whenever it comes to Lister. I'm doing pretty good. Just chilling, relaxing, maxing all cool. Not really shooting any b-ball outside of school, but haven't really ran into a couple of guys who are up to no good. So I don't have too much to worry about. Barbarian Concentrate. We're... just here and there, we're getting those skill large charms. I think eventually we will have just enough that we could just do a full inventory and go really crazy on skills. Bone Necro would be really broken with it. Just go with that and a Blood Golem and a bunch of life. Because then you could have, what? 10, 20. Yeah. 40 of them, so it'd be level 65 from that alone. Bone Spear. I think you in this mod you could hit 99 on things. Just trying to like think through the list of skills that we would have the option of. Winged Axe might actually be okay to keep. But I'm just trying to think through the list of things that you could have plus skills on, because you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 from those. So it's gonna be 74. Then you have shield and wand, which you could get another 10 from, so it'd be 84. Yeah, you could almost hit 99. And I haven't seen all the mods and stuff you can get on things, so very possible that there are items that you could get that do actually let you push up to 99 on a single skill. Of course, Hephasto is immune to physical. And he's magic resistant, so most of my elemental stuff is just going to be useless. So pretty much the only thing that is super useful against him is the raw magic damage. If he hits us, he's going to curse us as well. This is what I'm afraid of with the Ancients, by the way, is one like this. We're going to have to take out the other two if we can get one like that. And just hope and pray. And if this is cruel... It's not. Okay, I was going to say, if that's a cruel sword, we could actually turn that into... Cruel of Quickness is one of the bases you're looking for. Yes, I did panic drink one of my full rejuves. It means we are down to 1 in our inventory. We have others. We're fine. But thankfully the arsenal is not physically resistant naturally. I mean, if they were, they'd have physical immunity from the stone skin. That's fine. We also have a... I think he is a... Oh, God. Goodbye, Alhazir. We'll deal with you in a minute. Can you actually, you know, go and hit them? Thank you. I just need these guys gone. I can toe-to-toe him for a while. As long as he doesn't get consistent hits on us, we're fine. As soon as he starts getting consistent hits on us, he's going to wreck our face because he's extra strong and fire enchanted. So whenever he explodes, he's going to hurt us like hell, too. I might just lead him away. Nah, we'll go ahead and kill him. What's bad is we have a 75% chance to block, and he is still getting a good chunk into us. And yeah, I'll be able to restock my belt in town. It's not a big issue. There you go, bud. Jesus. Does he ever stop? No. Okay. What rune do we get? Probably a garbage rune, if I had to take a wild guess. No, we got a lum. That's not the worst thing we could have gotten. It's okay. Yes, I see you over there. Let's go ahead and take the trellised armor. We'll take the Balrog blade. We're going to sell these to bring our mercenary back. Nothing else in here is... coronet's worth some money. There we go. That should be enough to get him back. We need to identify garbage. And I will put the rejuve potions in so I don't accidentally overfill them. Okay, mercenary will come back after we sell stuff.
Hail to you, champion.
So you go away. You go away. Yeah, that's not terrible money. That's interesting. I don't think I'd actually use it. But bone armor when struck on a weapon, it's kind of good. That's garbage. We could, I mean, I guess we could go with a melee sorceress with it, but they're always so slow. Can I not sell you? Can't buy that item. Why not? The fuck?
Hail to you,
Can you? Huh? I'm confused. Huh? I mean, I'm gonna resurrect the mercenary. I think that might be a bugged item. I'm not sure what's bugging it. So very strange. I mean, we'll fix it in just a minute. It's just, I don't know why it's that way. We're gonna sell that. I mean, we can find other magical monarchs with better mods. And we got Bartux. Yay. Not an item I was looking for, but it's nice. Bartux is always a nice one to gather. We have a 6-socket Thundermaul Noneth. And yes, we have to do those individually, unfortunately. Just to the nature of the beast. Okay, so that goes back in, and let's go ahead and stack up all of our runes. We have one, yeah, the Lum rune. We're going to have to manually stack. And then the rest of these we should be able to just dump on. Yes, we are. If they have the plus symbol in the top left, they're fine. Just a matter of making sure that we grab the right one from the left. And yes, that is one reason why I actually am stacked up vertically, is so that it takes less time to mouse between them. Okay. Now, I'm going to save and exit. I don't know why they won't buy that orb. I have a feeling that orb's going to vanish. Did not. Okay, now they'll buy it. Yeah, there are bugs like that happen in vanilla as well. Very uncommon. Kind of weird that we got it on a freaking just random ass playthrough. Blessed Aim armor. Yes, we could get rare armor with Blessed Aim as well. Hey Adam, how's it going? I am ingesting coffee so I can wake up within the next hour. How are you doing today? Nom 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 nom. Doing pretty good. That's good to hear. I'm doing pretty good. Just dealing with like a little bit of a bug on here just now, but other than that, solid. I still love these guys. They follow you. But let's hope we have a good river. So far, this is actually not a bad river for us. I don't really care about getting a bunch of rune drops right now, so I don't care if we get finger mages out here. I'd rather not get them, though. Although I don't particularly like seeing fanaticism out here. Thankfully, it looks like it's on something northeast of that. We had 2 physical immunes to deal with, which in itself is a bit of a hassle, but I think we'll be fine. So my mercenary here is out of sight, out of mind. Any deaths yesterday? Trying to remember. I think you were here for all of our deaths yesterday. And they were all before we got grief. Because there was the one where we were in Talrosh's tomb. We were wondering why we were getting just completely destroyed by meteors. Not destroyed by meteors, destroyed... No, it wasn't Talrosh's tomb, it was... Endurance of Hate. I think it was the last time we died yesterday, but I could be misremembering. I have slept since then, and my brain is at about 12% capacity at the moment. Think that was before you left? Yeah. I thought it was, but no, we ended up making grief in Act 4 and haven't died since. So I think we're doing okay, hopefully. We have a decent amount of crushing blow as well, so Diablo shouldn't be awful until like the last quarter of his life or so. And yes, I know I'm going the wrong way, but I want XP and I want gold. Because we're probably going to have to resurrect the mercenary again. Though he's not doing bad. He could use a bit of crushing blow as well. Oh, you think you left before that? It might have been. But no, we ended up getting a low rune on the Plains of Despair. And ended up making a grief. Because grief is fun. As we all know from Expedition 33. That's the whole theme of the game. Grief is fun. Okay, so these guys actually do hurt. The cursed on them is not helping this. Jesus. I have to run up and kick him in the nose. But let's see. None of these seem particularly interesting. I do need the healing potions, though. Now that we're through the damn door, I think we should be fine. Go ahead and take that. Why is it all these immune to physicals? Jesus. Yeah, that lightning is gonna suck for us, but oh, he wasn't as bad as the other guys. And they do burn out all of our mana. Physical Sunder Potion? Yeah, we could, but it's just every now and then, because I don't want to be losing the... Well, actually, I don't know if they give us negative physical resist, but either way, it's not really worth the excursion. We just run across them every now and then, it's just irritating. And it's only bosses. I suppose I could go get one in case of emergencies. I do have the money for it. Don't think it affects ourselves? We could look.
What do you need?
Those are the dies. 234,000 for 30 seconds. I think I'm going to pass on it. I mean, we can afford it. You know what? I will buy one. I will buy one of them. One. If we run across something that's absolutely like, screw this shit, I'm out, kind of annoying, I will use it. Otherwise, it is going to sit in there. It is going to collect dust. I'm going to stare at it. It's just like that one potion that we dare not drink. Because that's expensive. I might as well do this real quick. And Tirun? There you are. Yoink. Yeah, we're doing pretty good right now. I've started investing in charge. Just because we don't really have anything else to invest in. That's the downside of like a pure zealot. There really isn't too much to invest in. We could go Defiance for extra defense. But we're not a defense build at the moment. I don't want to upgrade this shield because I'm going to be using it on casters as well. Otherwise, we might be able to go that route. And also, we already have 1,250 magic damage. In case you didn't know. From our holy shield. It applies to the weapon, weirdly. Could go Smite. Smite is more in a situation of I currently have something I can't hit. Because it is a guaranteed hit. So far, we haven't really ran into that because the only things that are going to be hard to hit are going to be act bosses. Yeah, Smite would be good for preparation for Ubers. That is, you are correct on that one. Decapitator will take. Feral Claws. You know what? I might check them. If it had something in addition to Fools, that wouldn't be too bad. Hey, Tatux. I'm never sure how to pronounce your name. Hopefully you're doing all right today, my Goomba friend. But yeah, I'm not disliking our odds of beating it today. I don't know if we are going to go for Ubers. I mean, I could. It's one of those things like, can I be arsed to do Ubers? It is a challenge. I think I'd rather do it after I've done all the classes. Goodbye, mercenary. Jesus. Getting you away from your friends. Wards can get 4 sockets, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. It's a medium shield, admittedly, but it can get 4 sockets. So a really good Monarch would be better, but depending on what mods we get. Come on, get over here. I would much rather have weakness. I'm picking and choosing my curses right now, in case you were wondering. And yeah, after we clear out the stuff up to the seal here, I will be bringing my mercenary back because I want him for Desace. We might lose him at Desace, but I'd rather have him for Desace. Where are you at? You are there. Secondary target. Ta-da! It works. When in doubt, charge is an underestimated skill. Yes, there are meme builds with it. There is the... I don't know if people still build it, but the glass cannon paladin, which is literally just ethereal thunder maul. Usually you want either like Cruel of something or other with Zod in it, or you want a Breath of the Dying ethereal thunder maul. And you want to just like charge into things with it, and it'll do like, I think we got up to like 14,000 or some odd damage every single hit or something like that. Some ungodly amount of damage. And this was back before all the other overpowered stuff was added or modified, so. Please don't die on me, mercenary. I don't care. Oh, come on. They are targeting him, you jerks. But yeah, the splash damage is helping this build quite a lot. So melee does not feel quite as rough around the edges. Mercenary's gonna die. I'm gonna die. What did I even... What? What hit me? There's not even a boss mob there. What? We just lost like 1,500 life in one hit. Hell, you say? Let me buy. Well, that was awkward. I don't know what hit me there. That's another reason why I don't play melee in freaking hardcore. Although in vanilla, pretty much the only thing you kind of have to worry about that from is possibly... There's a handful of crits that could be a problem. There are... But that one, I really don't know what actually got me there. Because we haven't had anything take off more than a quarter of our life except for actual bosses. Okay, you start clearing out these guys. I mean, that does decent damage. Mercenary, can you stop running behind me? Get the fuck up there, dumbass. Yeah, these things don't normally do that much damage. course, we were running into a similar issue with the vampires. Go, mercenary. You can actually go fight it. Go. I swear, each time he runs back, I feel like I just want to thwack him upside the skull. Yeah, even with... I'm just going to back off real quick. Let the mercenary follow me. Yeah, even with like 4 or 5 of these guys, we shouldn't have encountered that issue with the Infernos. I mean, maybe they could have just all procced it all at the same time. I would actually have to go back and look at the video. Because admittedly, I was looking at the chat whenever I died. But I don't think I should have taken that much damage. It's fine. Usually I at least have time to do my reactions. Yeah, it auto blocks links, but I can go look at it. Because guess what I can do? Dashboard. Yeah, they all came in at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, those are all firing on me. It's not even hardly scratching me. That was... It's whatever. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. I'm just going to take those for some cash. That's a +3 Javelin Spear, but we can't keep that when we transform it into a rare. That's garbage. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and set this up so if we need to, we can focus down Lister. Not Lister. Why do I keep calling him Lister? Come on. I think it might have been all of the Oblivion Knights, oddly enough. Not the... no, Inferno is actually doing okay damage. And yes, I will run, you fool! Are you sure? Him casting Meteor feels really weird. Yeah, he is just so damn spongy. There we go. We got him.
Diablo's death end the reign of the three.
Just sit there chugging potions through the meteors. It's bad when Diablo's meteor hurts less than the freaking vampire meteors.
Hail to you, champion.
Okay, we'll grab all those. We're going to go ahead and get these identified and sell them off. We'll sell them off in Act 5, though. Ta-da! Act 5 we go. Finally have my caffeine. When I wake up, there's usually a little too much blood in my caffeine system, so I gotta adjust that when I get up. And why am I getting a DM? What is this about? Oh, it's a spam bot. Lovely. They joined like every YouTuber server. Jesus. Usually bots are only on like 1 or 2 servers spamming stuff out. That one was on like 4. Chaos Heart. I don't think we've seen any other parts of that. Interesting. It's basically, yeah. None of the rest of these are particularly great, I don't think. Except for that. If we're making a throw barb, those are good picks. Almost perfect cruel. Although I think, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3. That has to have, yeah, that's. They changed the number of mods possible? Maybe. They might have. I don't know. Okay, what's with these weird weapons that we're getting? That one is a Masteries one, which is not that weird. But it's... only thing it's missing is attack rating. Because it's not a Fool's, it's a... oh crap, I'm trying to remember the name of the other affix that does that. There's one that's just damage and one that's Fool's is damage and attack rating.
What do you need?
Okay, so we don't need that. We need to sell those two. We'll sell that as well. This can go into our stash. So that's a Tal rune. Yeah, Tal runes are probably going to be the first ones we max out. I think out of anything, because they are by far one of the more common runes. Despite these being more common due to how things drop in the rune thing, the Tal runes generally catch most of it before it gets down to L. Probably only the rares. You do check the possible uniques that can turn into and decide if you want to keep them or not. Ah. Yeah, I've been stashing away just like random rares, especially elites, just to see if I want to turn them in later. I generally am going to be checking that off screen. Just because, yeah, it makes life easier to just check it off screen and then sell it if I don't need it. You know, if we do a throw barb, that might be like good enough holdovers until we can get some uniques or something like that. They're both life leech. The only thing they're missing is attack rating. That's reasonable-ish damage for like into... I would have to say... oh, that's required level 80. We're never going to get there on the barbarian with... yeah, that's going to be late game stuff. Those might not be worth it. Yeah, it's too high. I didn't notice that at first. Both of these are kind of ass. We don't have a rare decapitator yet, so I'm just going to go and keep it. I could turn them into uniques or set items if there's a unique or set item, though. But we'll still throw them in there. I don't have those bases yet. I'd rather, I think, have the exceptionals, because there's like War Strike and stuff. Well, we could do War Strike, yeah. I forget. War Strike is elite, isn't it? Yeah, it's elite. Isn't it? No, it's winged. And winged knives, if I remember correctly, are... no, they're elite. They're the elite ones. They're the double-siders. I was probably just looking at one and just completely blanked on it. Yeah, I am just not all here yet. Give me 3 to 5 business days to wake up. Okay, let's see. Is there anything interesting in here? No. Magic items generally, at this point, only really interest me in the fact that I could do some odd stuff with them, but we can put so many sockets in rares and above that it starts to be like, maybe I should go a heavy socket rare or unique. And yeah, we could go barbarians. We'd have to go rescue some barbarians first, but... of either white or rare, haven't found any yet. Yeah, I haven't... and come to think of it, I don't think I've seen any Hydra bows. I've seen a lot of colossal crossbows. I hate these guys. We mention it, we're gonna end up getting one dropped like right away or something. Would be fun for a Boazon. Basically, roll a wind force. I don't know if we've seen the Troll's Nest there yet or not. I think that's probably going to be a sorceress item, though. No, increased chance of blocking, enhanced defense. Doesn't say what it's going to be. Probably is. I saw that Sundered Heat on there, and I was like, maybe. But yeah, whenever we have a bunch of these slingers, I will absolutely stick onto the side wall here. I do not want to deal with them. They're jerks. I should not have charged into that, but I saw Fanaticism and I want it gone. It is now gone. I am the only one allowed to have Fanaticism, damn it. You any good? Attack rating, nope. I'm trying to think of what bases I would want to look at, because I'll have to sit down and like look through all the uniques. And that's one thing that we frankly, Diablo's bad about this to begin with. The wickification of the game, where if you're looking for like a specific thing for a build, pretty much just have to dig through just a massive list of just stuff. Which is fine if you don't mind looking through a massive list of stuff or have the time to, but... Go get a mercenary. But I don't always have that. I think I heard him die. Don't worry, we're just ignoring you guys. It's fine. Heard a jewel drop. Finally, it's been a while since we've had a jewel drop. Heavenly Stone for source. I think we've only seen magical of those for the most part. I think. Well, we might have actually seen a couple rares. Was that one that we sold earlier, Heavenly Stone? Was it? Don't remember. There's two of them that look kind of like that. Of course, you could always just get an exceptional and upgrade it to an elite rare. Like we did with the Phase Blade. But yeah, going for an exceptional rare and upgrading it might be the easier path. Normal into elite might start dipping into the realm of being too expensive. I need to look up, see if there's any good orb rune words. That reminded me. I'm probably doing Sorceress relatively late in the fold, just saying. Just because, generally speaking, she is the easiest to just go no equipment on, so I'm not really going to expect it to be difficult. I'd rather see what some of the more difficult ones, like second run Paladin. Not the most difficult thing in the world, especially since we got the runes for freaking grief. But it's definitely not the easiest. Usually if you're going to like optimize it, you do like Sorceress first, Then you go into probably either Assassin or Necromancer. And then you go into the melee classes. Barbarians usually last. Wide item upgrade, and then Orb of Infusion, yeah. I'm glad you guys were shooting behind me. Shoot where I was, not where I am. I'm glad it's not undead, at least. Burning archers are probably one of the worst things to get here. Okay, that's a Shank Lieutenant. Hi, guy. I've just got to clean these up so it's a little bit easier to get in there without getting porcupined. It's bad whenever Shank's lieutenants are not the ones I'm particularly worried about, but rather the swarms of godforsaken slingers. This would be a great time for Fist of the Heavens. Seriously? You know what? We're drinking it. Not that it's going to help very much. It just brings him below max. So we can at least leech from his ass. Listen here, you jerk. Not even long enough for us to kill him. Jesus. Yeah, Hammerden is boring. Fist of the Heavens is at least semi-fun to look at. Is this Shank worth it? God, no. Okay, maybe he was worth it. There's a magic Hydra bow. Okay, as far as healing potions, let's go ahead and stock up from this. Can't do much with magic, yeah. I mean, we have 1,250 magic damage per swing, so it's not like we're doing tiny amounts. We're not doing great amounts, but we have 1,250 magic, and we have probably a couple hundred elemental damage. Oh, and you meant magic bow. Yeah, you can't do anything with that. Increased attack speed would not be bad. Not on us, but probably for Barbarian. Can't identify my stuff. Yay, another junk jewel. We need more of those, actually. Okay. Faster cast rate, mana regen requirements minus 50%. We still can't equip it. Guiding focus. That's not bad either. That might go on early sorceress. Those all get sold. Do I have another T4 in there anywhere? No, those are all T5s. Okay. These can go over here. I'll condense those later. I don't feel like doing it right now. I know that's tacky, but I really just don't. But look at all our fall runes and our pole runes. We even used a pole, if I remember correctly. And that can go on the ground because it's garbage. And yeah, I went ahead and put the 40 ED weapon lightning damage in the helmet. In case you're wondering what that is. So it gives a little bit more physical damage from our grief. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to deposit. So all of those are maxed, so it's just going in here now. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Gems! Lemon. Okay.
Evening.
We did level up from that too, which is nice. Okay, do we have max block? We have max block. Oh, charge. So he'll add sockets to an item if we ask him. I think we are good just to push through. Oh yeah, we need to resurrect Dingus. Or he is Chingus McDingus.
Mike.
He's not the strongest mercenary at the moment. I kind of want another Talrashas. But he functions is the most important thing. I could give him another one of our set rings. You know what? I could give him Seraphim. That reduces his resist a little bit, but it's not a problem. And yes, I'm keeping the higher XP gain one just for that. Yes, I know it gives me less of a vendor discount, but I don't care. And I think we could theoretically hit the profitable... Oh, God, it's them. But I think we could theoretically hit the profitable buy and sell thing, just like infinite gold loops in the mod, just because of how much reduced costs there are. There's one point where I kind of wish I had Holy Shock. Burning Dead are a pain in the ass. I think I accidentally just gave him essentially immortality. Not immortality, all my rejuves then. Speaking of uniques, I will come back for it in just a minute. It is a winged axe. Could be great, could be garbage. I never know anymore. Okay. Golden Windlass. Level 85 wreck. ITD is nice on it. Hit blinds is nice. Redemption is not bad. That gets rid of corpses. Meh. Meh. It's not bad. Eh. Only 2 socket. Did we give... Yeah, we gave him all of our rejuves. Jesus. Glad I kept those guys. Yeah, rejuvenation potions are super handy in panic moments. And unfortunately, we are kind of stuck with going along the wall again. I know, super interesting scenery going along the wall there. What stats do I find important when building a throw barb? It's pretty much just like building any other melee class. I want to be able to hit, though, so I can actually replenish my stuff. Although, ooh, wait. Oh, they all have replenishing quantities in this, so I don't have to worry about that. Because in vanilla, it's getting those crits so you can actually auto-replenish. So you actually have to hit. So you need attack rating is pretty high priority. Here's why I don't like Skelly Bros. I can't leech off of them. Sorry, I'm concentrating on this idiot real quick. There we go. Let's back off over here. But yeah, throw barb, generally in vanilla, it's replenish life, amp damage on hit is very nice. There's a few sources of that you can get. So you can actually punch through physical immunities. In this, I'm probably going to be going for just raw damage, so I can amplify it with the weapon mastery effect. I haven't looked at specifics on how that works, but yeah, raw damage and attack speed. Because you want to be double throwing like a machine gun. You don't want to be going like even a slight bit slow. Like back scratch. He's going to keep fighting that for a second. There it is. It's on the wrong side of my desk. Yeah, many throw axes do have lower attack speeds. But yeah, you want machine gun. That's hands down the most important thing for throw barb. But now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that's only melee. That's not going to apply to our throws either. Throw barb might be kind of gimped in this. Unless double throw adds like splash or something maybe. That would be a hard one to balance. Keep thinking it's a pain to use them, yeah. There's a few faster axes. Not like all axes are throwing axes are slow. And you can get a decent amount of increased attack speed to kind of go away with it. I just realized I'm not on fanaticism. Probably why things are taking longer to kill. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that... And I will check that diamond bow in a minute. I don't want these guys propagating. Yeah, I would assume it does not apply because that's just basically a bunch of ranged novas. I don't know. I might not end up making a throw barb. I was thinking like, oh, a throw barb might be a fun kind of thing in this. I think it's one of those that might actually be more fun in vanilla. Oh, there goes our mercenary. Because he chose to go after the undead guys that he couldn't leech off of. At least I think he did. Is there anything in there I want? Not really. You know what? Screw it. Frenzy Barb might work better since for two-handed items you can upgrade to 10 times. Imagine wielding two two-handed swords with plus 100% attack speed each. I don't think you'd need quite that much, but yeah. You could essentially make Cruel of quickness on top of that, or pretty dang close to it. But yeah, I know if I wanted to do an easy mode with the Paladin, I would just go Fist of the Heavens at this point. The only thing I would struggle with would be the act bosses. Pretty you. Now we have our panic supplies. How are we looking on Ist runes? 3? We actually haven't been using them, oddly enough. I know that if we go for an Enigma or something like that, we're going to need to use them, but at the same time, I don't really feel the urge to make an Enigma. I know, travesty. Everyone needs to make an Enigma. No, I don't.
What do you need?
Enigmas are great pieces of armor. They have a lot of really strong advantages, but I don't like building around them. They don't really feel too useful to me, other than as magic find fodder. There are some PvP uses and stuff like that. Oh. Fight me, you Carver Shamans. Still remember you idiots from the Necromancer run, you jerks. They're fun for dealing with normal enemies. They sucked versus the freaking Ancients. Mainly because they freeze. And I think they can freeze our Mercenary. I'm pretty sure they can be frozen. Can't freeze me because I'm a player character. Ha ha. Oh, it's durability. Nope. I'm gonna try and find that meme for you. I could have sworn it was in the Diablo 2 Reddit. I know there is an image of it where somebody puts Jaw Ist Bear. It doesn't turn into Enigma. Let's see if I can. Has it just vanished from the internet? I think it might have. Or I'm going crazy. I'm not sure which. Because for about like a month there, I swear to God, every week someone was posting freaking Jaw Ist Bear on the Diablo 2 Facebook thing. Back whenever I actually used Facebook. And I know it was there for a little bit on Reddit. It was right around the Daniel Polchak stuff. Of course, no one's going to remember that one either. For those of you wondering, Daniel Polchak thing is... He was supposedly like a new player coming in and enjoying the game for the first time, and then he just fucking vanished. He basically gave daily logs and then just disappeared. That's actually what the little Daniel Polchak thing, the poll on YouTube was about a while back. That was actually a decent while back, though. It's bad that I can barely remember names, yet I remember freaking Daniel Polchak. Can't even remember the items that are currently on my character, and I remember his name. That can go away. That can go away. My shoulder is itching up a storm today. Sorry about that. But anyway, a lot of people did the whole nonsense about Jaw Isbear. I will forever love that meme because of how overrated Enigma is. It's good. It's really good, but it's overrated. You want a area sweeper Amazon? You don't actually use that. You can use Fortitude, or you can use the 4-socket armors. Jewelers of whatevers with IAS and ED on them. Whale. The ones that everybody's like, you have to have this to do PvP. And you really don't. As long as it's like not BM PvP. BM PvP, you need all kinds of garbage, sadly. People prioritize movement speed on Battle.net, as that is the farm speed and also leveling speed. That's also because people pretty much focus in on farming uniques and stuff like that. If you're going for... Oh god, our mercenary is so gonna die in all this. I just want him to stay on those little guys. Okay, so we got through that. Yeah, generally speaking, the reason is because people will want to be going to like level 85 areas, raffle stomping on the unique so they can get their 2 drops, that kind of stuff. Probably one of the best ways to get runes, though, is just drop into, like, a big progression game. Go ahead and grab that. And sweep something like Cows or River of Flame. Tyrant Club 2, Legendary Mallet. Actually, we'll take the Legendary Mallet. We might be able to turn that into a rune word. This is probably just... Yeah. Oh, no, it's Corgina's. We've already got one of those. I'm wondering what this noise is. You all right there, guy? That was like, I just hear this little chop, 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 chop in the distance. I'm just like, okay, this is either a horror movie or... But no, farming, I think, is something that a lot of people... With, like, how common it is for people to just misunderstand how it works. There are a lot of really kind of like basic things you can do to improve your odds. Yes, hitting those uniques is a really good way to get unique items. But generally, the most valuable things aren't going to be from that. Unless you're looking for those like $25,000 rare items. Your most important drops are going to be runes. And bases for said runes. Go farm a crap ton of 3-socket mage plates. Sell them for dirt cheap and then upgrade what you sell for any rune you want. It's people that fight to get to a place on the ladder reset. Yeah, I have never been a huge fan of ladder chasing, but I guess it is a good way to build up. I hate referencing this site before I'm gold. I'm not a huge fan of what D2JSP has done to Diablo 2. I know some people will disagree. It has actually improved the longevity of the game, but... Oh, goodbye, mercenary. Can you not just go charging off? Thank you. Okay, these go in there. We identify them while mercenary goes and aggro's like 24 more guys. Are we looking okay on that? Yeah, we're looking fine. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a rough area. Yeah, called it. Those are not leechable, oddly enough. Well, that helm is pretty grim. In this situation, I'm actually glad the Bloodlords are relatively tanky. I mean, it is better than what he's using.
Put that to good use.
He's going to lose resist from it, but that's damage reduction, that's dual leech. The puns are important. You know this. Don't know what he's freaking out about. There you guys go. Let's go ahead and just ignore the dog in the background for a little bit. Let our mercenary fight ghosts over there and probably die. I'm going to die. Jesus. Yep. There goes our mercenary. And yeah, we're going to try and just peel these guys away a little bit at a time. They're all going to be like frenzied for an hour and a half. Going to make life a little bit rough, but I think we'll be okay. Well, I think we'll be fine. Okay, so the splash damage on this, fun thing, is not done like the splash damage on Dragon Tail. It is based off the damage on your weapon. And yeah, I'm not bringing the mercenary back just yet, simply because they will get themselves killed and bait way more of these guys into our fight than necessary. Yeah, getting to the Ancients might actually be harder than the Ancients. All resist. I mean, we'll take it. It's not great. Because it's a normal one, but it's 4 socket. If we need a pocket... That's the Glacial Trail. Yeah, it's... Bye? I don't want to mess with that. What the heck is going on? I'm just hearing all kinds of weird noises. Ah, non-physical resistant ones. Yay! We need to get one of these waypoints in here. So I'm going to be taking this area slowly. Just to see... Oh, God, the frozen tundra already. I'm going to set that there instead. I hear the snakes. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. We got amp damage by you little bastard. Eating up all my full juice. Oh, Jesus, no. Nope. That's just a nope. Not doing that. Not with amp damage on me. Yeah, that's a speedrun map right there, definitely. Where did... Oh, he tethered back already. Okay, come on. Oh, they have blessed aim, too. Lovely. That was just a wall of nope over here. Extra fast and spectral hit. Yikes, buddy. You are a prick. You're not even, like, semi-scary. You're just very scary. Okay, so we're... Oh, there's the rest of them. They're all going to be extra fast, so they're going to be doing a lot of damage over short periods of time. Especially with Frenzy going. That is a don't even touch it in hardcore. I don't care how tanky you think you are, you do not touch that. You see that, you save and exit. I think the only class that I would even consider touching that on would be like maybe at a stretch a summoner, a summon necro. Because those guys are scary to begin with. Okay, take out everything. Look, physical immune. Ooh, we got another. I'm glad I didn't use a full rejuve against them. Oh, and that's not what I thought. Did turn into what I thought it would. We'll take that. Thank you. Yeah, if you see anything that I should... Summon Necro doesn't need to run, yeah. If you have the right summons up. If you are just like getting your summons up, you don't mess with that. But if you have like blunderbores or something like that, you just decimate them. Yeah, everything we want on this map is going to be around the edge. So I don't want to wander into the middle of this. Hey, listen here, snakes. Come up and actually fight me like the sneaky dudes you are. Well, that used up most of my resources. And I think this is going to actually be the cave section, unfortunately. It is. I was hoping the waypoint would be here. We are getting to the point where it might not be worth it to get the waypoint. Because we burned through a lot of our rejuves. The issue is we don't really have a quick way back. Yeah, the other spot it could be is if we follow the wall down and left. We've just been getting kind of rough combos of enemies is the thing that's been kind of chewing into me. We're going to have at least 2 more areas where we can get kind of shitty combos. That is not the waypoint. Don't think. Can't see it clearly enough. I don't think it is. I think that is the bonus dungeon here. Not bonus dungeon as in the extra floor. I think it's the bonus dungeon as in the treasure chest. I could be wrong. Could be thinking of a different area. No, it is the waypoint. Okay, so we got the waypoint. We have a safety. We have a safety. We're good.
Evening.
Al-Hazir, come back. Let's go ahead and fill up our potions. I think we go ahead and top load that. For panic presses, you guys all come in here. We might not end up keeping that. That's garbage, that's garbage. Actually, that's not entirely garbage, but it's garbage for any build that I would run. I know that's kind of a weird one to say, but generally speaking, I don't run tank builds because I can't stand using the walk button all the time.
Morning.
If you're wondering why. Let's go ahead and grab you, another fall rune. And then we load up on potions and head back down. The next waypoint we get is going to be the... Let's go ahead and top these off as well. The next waypoint we go after is going to be the Ancient's Way. Mercenary's dead. I should have waited until after I did my run to grab him. It's fine. I think I just picked up a decapitator. I didn't want that. I'm just getting my mana back. That's the only reason I stop. Don't care about any of the rest of these enemies. This area is not too bad. Succubi and freaking toadies, I forget what they're called, Hellspawn, are not terribly scary enemies. Not for our particular build. Let's put it that way. That is a good base for things. And yes, I'm refreshing it with the plus skill. Oh, wow. Glad we actually stopped to kill a little bit. We got another Orb of Infusion. We can get some more rares. Yoink and yoink. I need the one that turns things into unique so I can start collecting all the unique items. Now imagine this with a randomizer. Okay, there we go. No, I'm not bothering with Anya. I'll probably go back and do the Anya quest eventually. But right now, our resists are fine. We would just get 4 resists on 2 different things. That's all we would get from it. What small charm was that? Weapon lightning damage? No. That wouldn't even have been a good one in base. You guys are my walking mana potions. Deal with it. Two-socket ethereal. No. And just because I hate hearing this noise, there we go. Sadly, have not been getting many full reviews at the moment. As far as the enemies here, it should just be, yeah, grunts. Okay. That can sell at least. You noticed, unlike in vanilla, they don't really drop. Yeah, potions in general don't drop. This is abnormal. Okay, I'm gonna put up a portal there because we're undead down here. Which means no leech. But I'm going to take this place relatively cautiously because we don't have a mercenary. Okay, so we have Hell Lords, which isn't too bad. I think we can get away with bringing the mercenary back already. He's going to die on the Ancients. You always felt full Redruve, always drop in Hell for vanilla. They drop in Nightmare.
Yes.
But they're super common in vanilla. In Reimagined, they're not, because you don't have the force potion drops in Reimagined, which results in us not really having much in the way of. Yeah, they start in. I think they actually start in Nightmare Act 4. in River of Flame. I don't think they will frequently drop earlier than that. They will sometimes. There's a chance, but as far as like getting them reliably, I think River of Flame Act 4 Nightmare is the earliest I've seen them consistently drop, like more than once in a blue moon. It's usually not from the seal bosses, it's from the actual uniques in there. Because that's where I get most of my full rejuves, is I will farm unique enemies and they'll drop like 2 or 3. Oh, there's another shaman. Hi, shaman. Goodbye, fool. Okay, we want to stay on the edge. Killed him already, thank you. He's just taking his time down there with the one guy. But yeah, they're a lot more reliable to get. That's one reason why I was actually annoyed at, oh god, fanaticism. I need you down so you don't have that anymore. Okay, listen here, pricks. Killing my mercenary is uncalled for. I was thinking he would survive in here, but no. Yeah, priority target is Hell Lords, followed by Shamans. And then their little friends. I tried healing him. He did not survive. We're kind of at that point, though. Yeah, I'll just grab potions. Anything interesting in here? I'm not seeing anything great. Okay, that is a boss pack. There's no reason for me to go in there. We have another one there. Seraph Rod might be worth some money. I think... do I go ahead and take that fight? Looks like the boss pack is going to be... skeletons. Nope. No, it's not. The boss pack was Hell Lords. In case anyone was curious. Those were the ones kind of squared away behind them. And yes, I know I'm wasting money on the mercenary right now. But I like having my traveling companion. We have all the gold in the world. I don't think I have to worry about it. Yeah, this is definitely turning into a situation where I would like freaking... God damn. Where I would like a freaking... It's the heavens. I don't even know... I don't even see what... Oh, there's the boss. Okay, so I did not even see the boss in all of this. Can I go, please? Go, you freaking moron. I swear, I am fighting the controls at the moment more than I'm fighting the enemies. Whenever it comes to that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, I am telling you to charge away from this. You are attacking the thing right next to you. But charge does that a lot. It's not an uncommon thing for it to be just a royal pain in the ass in that regard. Glorious Axe might be interesting. We could go for like a high damage single hit build. I am still sad that you cannot dual wield two-handed axes as a barbarian. That's always been one of those things that always has left me disappointed with barbarians. Can you imagine dual wielding these? Just gut punching them. Oh, their stream was short. Who do I lurk on today? The person I was lurking on has up and vanished. Yeah, dual wielding. I can throw it on my gear. Oh, wait, I don't have the strength for it. But basically, the giant freaking glorious axes would be hilarious to dual wield. I think it might almost be time to swap him out for a Might Merc or a Blessed Aim Merc. We are just kind of dicking around with him as a Holy Freeze, but... we should be almost out of unique enemy spawns in here. Now that I think about it. Okay, so there's Area at Summit. We have one try at this. Otherwise, we have to do this entire walk again. So I'm going to do everything I can to make it easier on us.
Yes, warrior.
Good afternoon.
Trade. Toss those in. Nothing we can do with that. That's not actually worth it right now. It is an instant heal, but it's only a 35%. Yeah, we will do a safety TP. The thing is, safety TP doesn't actually do anything. Sunder's not a bad idea. Really expensive for what we'd be doing. Because if they're stone skin, we're not going to be able to break through them fast enough anyway. We don't have amp to stack on it. I think we just muscle through. Although it would let us leech in an emergency, so we'll take one. Sunders only bring him down to 95. I personally would have rather... Sunder mechanics, by the way, in this, I don't like. I don't like the Sunder mechanics. I don't like the Sunder mechanics in vanilla either. But... simply put, in my opinion, Sunder should have worked different. I think Sunder should have been... if you cannot get resist down to X, it sets them to X. Otherwise, their resist will just stay lower. So that would result in enemies that are immune being still pretty durable. Like drop them to 75% or something like that instead of 95%. But don't let you take it any lower. Put them at the very end of the calculation. So you either bring them down below 75 with like your conviction, your minus resist on gear, etc. Or they get dropped to 75. Flat. That's how I think it should have worked. There's people who disagree with me, but it's more one of those things like now with Sunders, cold sorceresses don't have anything to worry about whenever they can farm anywhere. You have the same for lightning sorceresses because you can do an Infinity Nova and you don't have to worry about anything being really resistant to you. Because you can drop them so low that 75%, I mean, the 95% just doesn't matter. It drops them low enough that you can stagger them with Nova, even if they were immune before. Did I put up a safety portal? I don't think I did. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Fine, I will do Maddock last. Orlick is staying still, so that works out for us. Why are they casting freaking Blizzard? God, I cannot hit them for the life of me. So they can't be physical immune, at least. Yeah, I'm not hitting is the problem. There we go. What the hell was that? What the fuck was that? He just fucking disappeared. He teleported away, you jerk ass. Now we have to walk all the way back there because, unfortunately, the portal doesn't matter. It's broken because of this version. Save and exit. There's no reason to walk back there. We have to fight our way back. I am not sure we can actually beat them if they get freaking Stone Skin, because Sunder Potion's going to do fuck all to that. I'm trying to... I might just go Caster. I'm going to be kind of blunt here, but it seems like Caster might just be the way to go, because we just can't hit. We could Smite. We can't leech on Smite, though, because we don't have Life Tap. And there's no way we can just survive off of our life pool. I mean, we could, I guess, knock Maddock into a corner and then smite him there. The other two would immediately come for us. Crushing blow. I mean, we are Grief. Let's go ahead and options. Control. G. Y. We can try it. I don't think it's going to work very well. Because we don't have the stuff to make an exile. I do not have a life tap source.
At your service.
Life tap is what would make... And because they're so freaking spongy, us being unable to hit them sucks. Life tap, life tap, life tap. Nope. Yeah, if they weren't so damn spongy, this would not be that bad. Mercenary, don't just up and die on me just randomly. And no, we have to save and exit every single time due to the bug. Seriously? Well, at least now we're getting the full reduce. Holy fucking Christ almighty. What the fuck even are you? Stop moving for a second so I can read your stats. You're not even that strong. What the... No, it's on players 1. They're just spongy as fuck.
Yes.
I know I have enough gold, you... sorry, I'm getting slightly tilted. I got tilted on these guys with the freaking Necro as well, and I just went and got cheap move. And I will probably go and get cheap move on... this character as well. Because frankly, some of this is just goddamn irritating. I do think it was a very bad design decision to just say, we're going to up their life 95 times. That is not a good solution. That has never been a good solution. They're not harder. They're just taking forever to fucking kill. So it's a war of attrition rather than a war of, you know, is your build any good? Sure. This we can go get our body for. That's not a problem. Yeah, we have stuff to sell, don't we? No, we're on players 1. Yeah, we're on players 1. It would have popped up a message if we weren't. Just the mechanics are fiddly as shit. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and grab this. Get rid of those. I think that's everything. Okay, mercenary, can you actually go after good targets this time? Probably not. You're probably just going to be a distraction while I get my body. Of course, if you hide in the corner, you're not a very good distraction. Go. Any other time, he'd be running around that corner just grabbing aggro from everything. Oh, that's why. It was conviction on him. It was like aura enchanted. I couldn't see the aura when I was dead for some reason. Or I wasn't being... It's probably blocked by the text. I just wasn't able to read it. There we go. Bitch is dead. Yeah, we might just go caster just so we can guarantee hits. That's the only thing that I'm really running into issues with. Smite is probably not going to work simply because it's going to be significantly lower damage. It's going to be higher than this, but significantly lower damage. And it's going to not allow us to leech. So we're going to be in their face not leeching. But I will try it.
The barbarian holy ground.
Let's go ahead and back off. Why did I just stop moving randomly? There we go. So you are stone skin again. Smite might actually work. If our potions hold up, it'll work. We're already out of 1 bar. We're about to be out of a 2nd bar of them. This actually worked. Okay. Although he's able to attack through that godforsaken wall there, which really is cheesy. Listen here, Maddock. Yeah, he didn't use... I don't think he's actually supposed to be able to attack through that pedestal there. Hold up. I am noticing blue. Blue swirls every now and then, but I think it's from the lightning. Little shit cast frickin' blizzard on me. He didn't do that in the Necro one, did he? Or am I just being a dumbass? I could just be being a dumbass. But yeah, you were correct on Smite. I am really surprised we survived that. I think there were 2 things I was noticing. I can't actually see on the latency thing. But it doesn't seem like... Oh, I'm forgetting his name. The sword guy was attacking. It seemed like his AI broke down there. Which is a little bit of an oddity. I'm not sure what that one was about. And I noticed that... But that was kind of counterbalanced by Maddock being able to throw through the frickin' nonsense there, I guess. Possibly. But yeah, Talik was not attacking. Talik was just standing there scratching his ass. So that meant we were taking a lot less damage. Maddock was attacking through the wall, which probably made up for that, but he was also attacking up here. Korlik we kept stunned, but whenever he did hit, he was the main reason we had to use up our potions. I don't know what was going on there. So basically we had 2/3 the damage coming in. Which is fine. I can deal with that. And also, that's broken for some reason. Okay. So we've got Soul Killers, which is Ratmen. Fine. Those guys still hurt like trucks. Please. Oh, he's aggroing things. Jerkweed. Oh yeah, great Ghoul Lords. Oh, and yeah, just wander off the opposite direction and attract everything as well, dude. Please don't. Let's go ahead and go this way. I need to not be running in here because these guys will wreck my crap. Especially whenever they're extra strong. Jesus. This is the one point where I kind of wish I had frickin' whatchamacallit. Oh, Conviction. Jackass. Yeah, they're not holding any punches on me today with this Act 5 stuff. Can you not? Could be, I mean, if the stun splashes, that's actually really overpowered, but be kind of neat. Mercenary, can you not just, like, kamikaze for, like, 5 seconds? He is just determined to just die today. But whenever we need him to go and handle something, he then disappears. Thankfully, that's the only spot we need right there. Now we're going to have to probably deal with Gloams. I will test on enemies that aren't going to rip me a new colon. But yes, I will try to remember to test that later to see if stun splashes. I'm guessing Gloams. The way it's been acting today. Now we got poison. Okay, so this isn't the worst floor 2. That's probably not the right way. It could turn into a hallway at the end. I mean, knockback doesn't travel through it. But, oh, that was the wrong button. Doesn't seem like it splashes, but I need to get a better test than that. These guys are a bad test as well, simply because they are champions. They aren't guaranteed to stun. We will science. It does not splash. Yeah, it does not splash. If we had Exile right now, we'd be pretty much unstoppable, though. That's so strange. Yeah. It's not that Diablo 2 is without its random, like, we're just going to stop working now functionality. It does that. I have had enemy AI break. I have had ally AI break. I've had skeletons refuse to move even though I was walking unless I teleport. That'll reset their AI, by the way. But, yeah. It is not uncommon. Okay, so do I need to be walking on this floor? I don't think so. Poison guys are not a threat. I mean, they can stack up, but we've got cleansing. Only thing on this floor that would have been a threat would have been gloams. We can be sort of walloped by... I'm trying to... the little... whatchamacallits. There, these guys, the horror mages. Although, no, they're poison ones. Never mind. We cannot be walled by anything on this floor, really. There's some things that can do medium damage. Might is not going to help any of you guys. You are pure poison damage, my buds. Admittedly, we can't heal off of them, but that's not a problem. And yes, I did grab the other thing, the Dole Rune. I came back for the full rejuve. Just as a heads up. What we're doing here. I'm going to need it against Bale. Although, Bale is one that I am more prone to like seeing with... we'll look at that in a bit after we're not down here. But yeah, Bale is one that we're more prone to be able to smite safely. Yeah, he can do some decent damage to us, but we don't have to worry about multiple vectors of attacks. It's just we need to just heal through his attacks. This is... oh, this is going to be weird. You want to know how I know that's the waypoint? Enemy spawns. For some reason, this is kind of going to be a weird one. Enemies can spawn on the bridge in front of the waypoint. I have never seen them spawn on the bridge to the stairs down. I've seen them spawn in front of the bridge. Never on the bridge. See, that's a good large charm for a caster. This is kind of garbage, but it's a Vita one. We can mess with it. That helmet is... it's okay. It's a Magic Find helmet. We could do that on our Barbarian run. That might be our next run. I think I actually want to do Amazon next, though, even though it's going to be a little bit easier. Just because that would make more sense for me. We might hit 300 gems by the end of this run as well.
At your service.
Keep forgetting. Drop that in there so we can resurrect him.
You have proven yourself to these people. They look to you as their warrior.
Their champion. Kane, if only you knew what your future held, you would get as far away from us as possible. See, that's the pack for that one. I'm going to show what I mean by spawn on there. Let's go ahead and take these guys out. The pack for these guys spawned right here. So they're like a couple from the pack are right there. This over here, the pack spawned here. I've never seen a core spawn like that, because these guys were right here. I've never seen that on the bridge to the stairs. Someone could correct me. I mean, there's always outliers. I could just be really weirdly lucky, I guess. Mercenary, you have a fucking death wish. This is the Oblivion Night floor. Do not do this. Yep, it is Oblivion. Come back up here. Got line of sight and take out the front lines first. But yeah, he just has a death wish. He is literally just running off to die. Especially there. Holy butts. That's a butt pucker group. I'm going to go this way first. I have a feeling that's the right way too, sadly. There is a decent chance that's bottom right, but I think it's going to be bottom left. Jesus, I hate amp damage. And of course, it's on the ghost of all people. Like I said, he has a death wish. Lightning skill damage up. That might be good for a source if we want to do something weird. Okay, we shouldn't have amp damage crawling on us, at least. We might start getting stuff cast by the Oblivions, but whatever. Yeah, Death Lords with Fanaticism are just the nope path. Oh, and it is just... Ah! Go, you fool! You... Oh, god damn it, you... Fuck you, controls. Fuck you. That was 100% a control issue, too. I was charging, and instead it was trying to attack the ghost that was next to me. That's a problem in vanilla. That is not a problem with the mod. I'm not going to hold that against the mod.
Evening.
Because for some reason, every now and then, like usually it'll work fine 9 times out of 10. But for some reason, and it might, I don't know how many other people deal with it. And it's one reason I don't particularly love charge. It'll randomly lock onto a target that's next to you. Even if you, because I was lifting and pressing on each charge. So it wasn't even like, oh, you locked onto the target. It just does that sometimes, and it's just a pain in the ass. Mercenary should be able to handle one Fanaticism guy long enough for me to get my body. Because I don't want to reroll this and end up with Gloams on this floor. Oh, he's physical immune too, isn't he? Yes, he is. See, this is how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to charge up here and just be like, okay, you're just going in that path because you're not clicking on something. I don't want to use up you. We're going to go like this. This is a bad situation. Especially since Mercenary is refusing to put on his aura. Which would actually give him some cold damage. I don't want to get the ghost separated from him. They're physical immune. They can still be stunned by this. That's when we use Smite. The normal ones shouldn't be a problem. It was just the big guy that was the problem. 4-socket. Darn. I was kind of hoping it was 3-socket so I could make a Fury one eventually. I know that's kind of a cheeseball thing to want to do, but part of me still wants to have dual Fury Balrogs. Even though they haven't been the thing for ages. Sound lost? It's showing it's still output. Oh god. Nope, nope, run! Why are you not? Oh, for fuck's sake, no! And a shrine to the rescue, Jesus. I'm not sure why sound would be out. I can check it. No, sound's still going through to Twitch. Oh, God. We really need fanaticism on everything. Yes, yes, we do. Makes it fun and interesting. We got this. We also have Holy... Oh, no, we don't have Holy Freeze. It's just a swarm of idiots down there. Is closed captioning still working?
Good afternoon.
Deadly Strike wouldn't be bad. But game audio should still be working. Yeah. I don't know if you were able to hear that. I think I have OBS blocked out from it because I can actually hear... I don't usually have it turned on, but I have a preview of outputs on my OBS. Like I have the stream preview of what I'm sending out, and then I have a preview of what's being received. I don't have the receive for YouTube. That one I have to go through the website for, unfortunately. I'm going to keep these. Doubt I'm actually going to use them, but we'll keep them. That's going to get sold, most likely. Keeping that just for nostalgia.
Afternoon.
Could very well be a Twitch issue. There's been... haven't seen it on smaller streams like mine, but I have seen it on big streams like the RPG Limit Break stream has been having recoding issues on Twitch. Where it will like just completely just bonkers up and even go like full visual glitch as well. I can't speak for smaller streams because it seems usually unless I have encoding, I don't think I do. That I can't tell if I really can't actually see if I have encoding unless I open up Twitch itself. Because my preview is a monitor preview, not a
Thanks.
full-blown preview. Let me get down one floor and then we'll... This does not seem like the right way. But yeah, it's only been streams that have encoding that I've been noticing issues with. Excuse me. Ever since they did the purge of highlights, There have been some issues. This is probably going to kill us. There we go. Get rid of you. Oh, no, this is the right way. Sweet. I'm putting a portal up here because I guarantee you it's going to be an ambush. Second Saigons? Maybe? Yes. Okay. Yeah, let me go see if I have encoding or not. I do have encoding. What the fuck? It might actually be on Twitch. How do I have encoding? Twitch, thank you. Oh, usually I don't have encoding unless we're sitting at like 12 or 15 viewers or higher. Which is very strange. So we've got serpents and balrogs. So yeah, it might be Twitch. Serpents and balrogs. I'm curious what our third is. Come on, guys, follow me back. Mercenary, please don't. Mainly because I don't want to go down that branch. I'm not necessarily afraid of these guys so much as I don't want to lure all the stuff that's further down this hallway in. Because I don't plan on going onto the side branches. That could have been bad. And that amp damage could have actually been a terrible thing. Doesn't seem like it is right now. Okay. Mercenary's just determined to get me more XP, I guess. That is our answer to those situations, I guess. Okay, full rejuve, you're going to park up there. Do we have any fours? I think we do, yeah. No, that's a... Yeah, that's a 4. I think we actually have a couple 4s in here. Do we? No, we don't, actually. Sweet. Awesome possum. Let's go ahead and drop that out. So the snakes, not too scary. Only a couple of them. I hear more. There they are. Yeah, I'm having to, like, listen for them. There's the actual threat in here. As long as we don't get physical immune spawns, I think we're okay. Balrog spawn, we might want to back off for. Trying to think what else we'd actually want to back off for. Balrog, we'll back up for the skeletons. Just so we can get a better shot at the revival guys. Yeah, by the rope on the bottles, yeah. I'm old and my vision sucks. Where is... There he is. Extra strong. Okay, so that's a bad one. And our mercenary is going to die, which means we've lost our cleansing. Why are we getting... Oh, because they're ice. Come on, back off. And his Decrepify is actually being the real problem here. It is his problem. Can I unfuck myself for a second there? Thank you. And also the fact that I don't have Fanaticism up because I keep forgetting to swap back to it after bringing my other thing in. Half of them don't have their little icy bits. Okay, you stay alive. I'm leaving one of them alive. I think you know why.
How may I be of help?
Mainly because I'm gonna go get you before I kill him. That way I have him available whenever the other guys... Hey, Daladon, how's it going? You missed me swearing at the ancients. Adam saying, use smite, and smite actually working in an odd way? Smite weirdly worked because we ended up in a situation where, for some reason, Talik, I think it was Talik, the sword guy, broke. Come on, mercenary. Mercenary, what are you doing? How's it going, Daladon? Hopefully you are doing well. This is the one that's gonna hurt. I want to split them up. There's Saigon's boots. But yeah, I do keep forgetting to use Fanaticism, which is... I am a dumbass. Is the reason for that. Slowing everything down. But yeah, look at how little damage their Infernos do. There we go. Hopefully, your midweek is going well. We're getting close to the weekend. These guys are probably going to wreck my mercenary. I don't think they're going to wreck me, because we have a decent block rate. He does not block. Okay, I'm going to have to not lurk on the person that I'm lurking on because they have a flashing screen. And that is in the corner of my eye, causing all kinds of problems for me. There we go. I'm lurking on somebody playing something that is also that. Are they both doing the same game? No, different games. This should be flashing less. Just got home from work. Need to check the Eberron one-shot applications tonight. Oh yeah, I need to go see if that date works for me. I keep forgetting. Oh, we're at 74% block. No! Charge. So we're going to take odds as to whether I can actually beat Bale first try. Let's see. Can I actually do... I know there's a command for it. So many commands on Twitch. That's not it. I will figure out this command. If I were to use smite, we're going to add... Do we not have prediction? There it is. Add. Manage prediction. I'm going to have to go to the actual dashboard. Because working on it on my OBS is just not working. Okay. Why can I not edit the prediction? No, that's not what I want. You piece of crap. Okay, Twitch. Watch it do the Duriel one that I had over a year and a half ago. Actually, no, it would have been almost 3 years ago. Ooh. Start prediction. Name the prediction. We'll call it... Yeah, it might not work. I'm curious as to who can. And you can put more than one option. Yes, no. There we go. I don't know if you can't, but we'll see. I've never seen a 3 option one. And you have like a minute to do it. Streamers can't predict, so I can't like feed you points through it either. Can vote, but not with points. Ah, okay. So at least they've let you actually vote on it now. That is an improvement. I mean, for a long time, they wouldn't even let you do that. It wouldn't even show up on your bar. So.
The world stone.
Let's kill his little friends first. Ball hand 1. Yeah, keep dropping the tentacles. Those are actually good for me.
My brothers will not have died in vain.
I like how Alzorath is just like, I don't care, we're good. Probably help if I had fanaticism up, huh? We don't have the mana to charge, so we just have to run. Ta-da! We won. You were correct. And let's see if I can go in here.
Taint this mortal realm.
Ta-da! Prediction results. Nobody like actually put points into it. It's fine. I only put it up for a minute just for that reason. I don't want people to lose a bunch of points on stuff like that. We can do it as kind of like a fun thing for people to vote on, and I can just do polls as well. But now, why is it always Act 1 whenever we finish this? It's always Act 1. You get 0 points. What's funny is I think my bot could actually vote on those, but it's a moderator. So we've actually beaten Hell difficulty. It only took 2.5 hours. And a lot of swearing. But that's normal. That's how things go, isn't it? what's the next class we should probably start trying? I'm torn between Amazon and Druid, sorry. Assassin and Sorceress are going to be last. Barbarian is just, I will do it whenever I hate myself, or whenever I want to hate myself. And probably after we get dual griefs. Thank you for the GGs. Barbarian might be fine. Barbarian's gonna be rough. They changed one of the skills. Ah. I thought they changed the masteries as well. That actually would not be awful. I mean, it's kind of high. No, only 49. We could actually get up to that. Fear and Loathing. Where are we? Las Vegas? Is this Bat Country? We can go look at Barbarian stuff. We can look at the skills. I can just make the placeholders for each of them. We can look at how the skills have changed. Yeah, that might be a good kind of like placeholder until we can make something better. You can only wholeheartedly recommend the Summoner with the changes, the Druid Summoner. We were only a level higher than the Necro in the end, by the way.
Good day.
What about Plague? Can we not enjoy Plague? Yeah, we just have melee mastery and we have throwing. Oh, we have a throwing mastery. Okay, it replenishes on critical strike, so it is a separate skill. We could go throw. Doesn't look like it has any kind of AoE effect. I'm gonna look at double throw before we look at other things. Yeah, it's nothing too special. You know rabies is who, but you'd rather see me enjoy Summoner? Touché. Oh, and Shield Mastery. So we can be shieldy boys. Increase speed, resist, and iron skin.
Good day.
War cries excluding find item, potion, and deadly treasure. What the frick is deadly treasure? Improves treasure hunting skills. First level. Okay. Five seconds. This one gets extra damage per. Oh, that's Howl is just an AoE. Okay. It's just damage. So we can actually make a Warcry Barb. That does. Oh, that breaks physical resists. That makes Battle Cry a lot better. I already liked Battle Cry before. You won't say no to Plague. No one says no to Plague. Everyone catches the Plague. But yeah, I already like Battle Cry to begin with. So this gaining that is a nice one. This is, I'm guessing, physical damage. And this one's probably physical damage as well. We have Tectonic Slam. Slams your target and causes a shockwave that unearths the ground. No Life Leech requires two-handed weapons. Okay. Then we have Concentrate and Berserk, which are fairly standard, it looks like. This gets damage per level. So it's an AoE, I'm guessing. Leap gets bonuses from nothing. Hey, Zaldar. How's it going? We're looking at our next potential characters. Tectonic Slam might be fun, but I'm thinking I might go Sword and Board or I might go Double Throw. Because we have the... Yeah, we just finished Hell on the Paladin. Now, I'm going to turn off the recording for this one. Because this is not going to be part of the Archives. It's just going to be us. Tectonic Slam is the most fun you've ever had on the Barb class by far. You've played it until you completed Nightmare. So we could go with a big two-hander, just slapstick. I mean, we have a base for a big two-hander slapstick. We have a few options for it as well. We could go with like a big axe as well. Go with set items. Used on any two-hander, even a two-handed sword and shield.
Greetings.
Oh. So we could use... I know I have it in here. I think it's going to be on Unique's one.
Good day.
Where are you hiding? You're not hiding in here. I know we have a big ethereal two-handed sword that we could just use until it breaks. You were using a two-handed axe? I mean, we could test it out. We have the Patriarch. That would be just a nod back to stuff. But it's a great sword. Demand for justice. Patriarch's only a 29 rec. There it is. Grandmaster's Glory. Cannot be repaired. It has 126 durability, though. It's plus 20 melee mastery. We could be double barb. I mean, we could test it. It's not that high of a level. You know what? Let's make a test reimagine and we'll see if it works with that. Just to confirm it before we actually build around it. I trust you with it. I want to see it in action. See if it's actually something I might enjoy. Okay, so we need players 8. Just so we can level up quickly. Why is that not showing? Player count changes. Were we doing all that on players 8 and I didn't realize it? No, we put it on players 1 like manually. That's changing it. It's just not giving me the text. Something is broken in Oz.
Beware.
So we need level 12, which it should be easy enough to get. If we can find some enemies, Jesus. There are 2 things I actually want to try. One of them is going to be really stupid early on and not very effective. I want to see what the cone for this is. We're doing that first. Get over here. Not very long range. But it does have a pretty decent radius if we click close to ourselves. Arctic Blast Druid? I mean, I could. I have a feeling they might have buffed Arctic Blast in this. Hopefully they have. We can go look. You'd know better than me. But the way I would actually buff Arctic Blast instead of just giving it more damage would just give it more streams. Or increase the size of the missiles for it as you gain levels. You haven't touched it? Why? So finding the plus cold gear for sorcerers made you consider it? Yeah. We can look at Druid. I just want to see what this looks like with Tectonic Slam first. How am I doing on coffee left? I still have coffee left. Better drink that before the milk in it goes off. Yes, I put stuff in my coffee. I have sissy coffee, I guess, is what some people would call it. And I don't care. I like my sweet drinks. People say, like, odd things about the alcohol that I would sometimes drink as well. Like, yes, my favorite just plain straight liquor, if I were to just be forced to choose something to drink, usually I don't have cravings to drink. But my favorite one is rum, just because it mixes well with a lot of different stuff that I enjoy. And also, it tastes fine by itself. As far as what I would drink if I just had to choose something to mix, probably stuff like a peppermint patty or which is peppermint schnapps and dark chocolate liqueur in hot chocolate. Really good, by the way. Or I would do maybe a Tootsie Pop. I'm not really a big fan of the super sweet ones anymore, but that was milk chocolate liqueur with raspberry schnapps. Schnapps is just great for mixing fun stuff that everybody will like. Arcane Sanctuary is just biting someone walking away, then walking for a mile without an enemy and just loot all over. I'm surprised that is as effective there. Well, I guess the only thing there that would even be remotely resistant to it would be the vampires. I'm not entirely sure they're actually poison resist. They're undead. Okay, do I have any prereqs for that? No, just the bash. So we're going to go for this. Raspberry makes you feel like cough syrup? I can see that. Good raspberry schnapps should taste more like it should be a tart sweet rather than a bittersweet. Cherry flavored liqueur, though, I 100% agree on. Tasting just like cough syrup. Fake cherry in general is just fucking awful. Cherry soda tastes like cough syrup. It doesn't even have to have the liquor in it. 14-second plague. If only all plagues only lasted 14 seconds. I wish this had kind of like a mini stun effect, but then it would be competing with Shockwave on the Druid, which would be really weird for a level 1 skill. Fun fact, cherry has like flavoring. There's a few types of cherry flavoring, but there is the one that I don't know if they still use it in Coke, but the one they used in cherry Coke I want to say it was the early 2000s. It would have been the early 2000s because I was in college at the time. Actually makes me like sick as a freaking dog. I'm not allergic to it. It's one of those things like whenever I'm trying to think of a good example to give it that doesn't make it seem worse than it really is. But basically, the cherry syrup that they used in Cherry Coke in at least the early 2000s made me to the point where I felt like I was just going to explode. Because it left like this sour kind of feeling in my stomach, so I felt like I was going to throw up. But I also just couldn't stop burping for like a day and a half. No other soda has done that. I have had cherry Fanta and it didn't do that. But yeah, I refuse to drink cherry Coke anymore. I avoided Pizza Hut for like several years because I had out-of-date Parmesan cheese in it as well. So if that tells you how I react to things making me sick, it's just I don't touch them for years. But yeah, they had expired Parmesan cheese at a Pizza Hut, and it made me sick on my birthday when I was a kid. I was like, nope. There's a lot of awful things that a lot of people love. I'm not bothered by this. Love what you want. Tectonic Slam itself does not leech life or mana, so stacking life mana on death is the way to go until you get something that can proc life tap. Okay. Trying to think if I can get anything that procs life tap. They've probably added more, but all I can think of off the top of my head are a certain set of gloves. Possibly Last Wish. But if I have the runes for Last Wish, I'm not going to really worry about stuff. One last wish for them all. Let's see. I have mana potions down here somewhere. There we go. That's not ineffective. It's not great. Talking about the shockwave thing, not... Suppose I could put bash on my left click. Not going to care about it that much. Yeah, I think it says that it doesn't leech. Yeah, it says it doesn't leech. So we're halfway there. Living on a prayer. Whoa. Halfway there. Sorry. We don't even have our charms on us. I should probably go kill what's-his-face, so I actually have AoE on my attack as well.
I need mana.
There's some Greaves with an 18% chance level 31 wreck. Unique or set? Oh, we're just going to get the Splash Charm from in here. This character's not one we're going to be taking very far, so I don't care if his stats and stuff are screwed up. In fact,
There are many foes here.
I'm going to leave those slots open so that I can grab mana potions down here. And also, I don't remember where my low-level splash charms are. I might as well just get another. I know I have 2 of them. And then I have the high-level one we were using on the Paladin. I mean, that's not a mana potion, but it'll work. Keep forgetting I'm on players 8 and should actually, you know, be slightly careful. I know I shouldn't just be charging into this with like no potions on my belt. There we go. Yoink. Die, you fools. Leather gloves, superior leather gloves. Die. Okay, javelin, I think might be better for us. Blech. When in doubt, and I am trying to keep an eye out for like a 2-handed sword drop. We can buy one, but I'd rather just find one. Just slowly chewing our way through these guys to get to the freaking revival shamans down there. Die, you fools. I find that oddly cathartic to just sit there and just pummel them with it. Okay, grab those. Are we going to run out of these before we kill the shaman? Probably.
Impossible.
Strangling gas potion. Next up. We got a decent number of them. We should. Oh, it actually broke. Okay. I keep forgetting. It's gone for good if it's not. Okay, you guys can just bugger off. Stop moving. I always forget just how fun the potions are early on. They're absolute garbage later. They don't drop early. I think that if I remember correctly, I think the big furry guys here, the Wendigos, can drop them. But they're not a frequent drop. It's just like, if we can get it, awesome. If not, I will just buy one from Charcy. We have the cash for it. We'll go with another melee mastery. Why not? Why is that? There we go. Shouldn't have double throwed there, but it's fine. Okay. We have identify scroll. We'll identify you. Plus, I mean, I guess it's better than what we're using. We'll go ahead and just keep a bunch of stuff in there to sell. We can afford it. Currently level 7. We've got 5 more levels to go. And yes, I am using poison on zombies. Don't even care that we're burning them up. Should have, there we go. Grab the axe.
I can't.
Man, I'm already used to the paladin controls still. Yeah, Corpse Fire will always drop one of the splash charms in normal. Those are going to sell for decent money. Ta-da! Now we have splash. Doesn't improve our damage any, but One thing I love, and it's just like one of those dumb facts about the game, is that the barbarian cast speed is the same as the sorceress. Why they made that decision? Probably because war cries are considered casts. But it's just like, why? Why is this a thing? 2 remaining monsters. Where, oh, where could they be? 2 remaining monsters that need to die by me. Probably up here where we were just throwing poison all around, if I had to take a wild guess. I hear it. There's 1. There's 2. Ta-da! We're done in the caves.
The rogues are safe for the moment.
We take the IDs. We'll take... yeah. Oh, we are full. Okay. Boop. But yeah, we should be able to... Oh, we can't hire it yet. I think it's... I thought it was level 6. But I guess I was wrong.
Hello.
Okay. Sell. Sell all the crap. Okay, that gives us a decent amount of money. We should be able to buy one now. Amplify damage this early. Keep some mana potions just to make life a little bit easier. You can get sold. Just so we don't have to worry about it later. We are just going to do this. And even if it does work with the sword and shield, we might end up still going with the... We should probably sell this armor too. But we might end up still going with the... Whatchamacallit? Normal two-handed weapon. So we have this. That is our two-handed sword.
Greetings.
We can test stuff with that. Got ourselves a bigger belt. Got ourselves a bigger shield. There, now we actually look like a proper barbarian with a sword and shield. And we are going to be blue. Very blue. We look like a blue-barian. Fear me, for I am Bluebarian. I'm pretty sure we do not leech from the splash attack either, by the way. At least it doesn't feel like it. We'll just grab ourselves a little bit of recovery there. A little bit more dexterity, because it doesn't hurt. Yeah, I think Tectonic Slam might be a way for us to go. If we do a Barbarian next. I'm not sure what class we are going to do next. I'm still on the fence. Barbarian, generally speaking, the ones I have the most fun with are the Double Throw. And I do enjoy Warcry up until about Nightmare Act bosses. Okay, combat skills. We will just go with more melee. And no, getting level 12 does not take very long. It'll take us probably about, like, maybe just a few more minutes. I say a few. It's probably going to be like 10, 15 minutes. Unless I go and just, like, power level it. We do have some decent shields. We have the resist shield that we've been using for most of the playthroughs. That we just happen to get lucky early on to grab. It's basically resist all Saigon. We have... And that has Crushing Blow on it as well. I don't know if Crushing Blow is going to transfer with the splash. From the actual skill, not the splash from the splash charm. Is Bash splashing? I don't think Bash is splashing. I mean, we have splash from the charm. Pretty sure Bash is still just single target. Rixots. I am hoping that is actually Rixots, because that is just a nostalgia weapon for me, for those of you that are curious. Rixot's Keen, by the way, really good weapon. One of my favorite, just like starter, just smack stuff in the face weapons. No, it's Deviljack. I mean, that's not bad. It's a level 7 shopper item. We do a decent bit more damage with this. Because normal attack is 4 to 13, bash is 11 to 24. That's a pretty significant difference. Because we actually have splash damage from the charm.
I need mana.
Which does carry the damage from the skill. I don't know if it's actually carrying... We can find out if this has a natural splash to it. I don't think it's going to, but we can check. No, it doesn't have a natural splash to it at all. We are almost... We're level 9 now. Essentially. There we go. But yeah, the splash carries the damage from bash with it. It doesn't carry the effect. You can see it does stagger them because of just how much damage it does. That reminds me, I do need to eventually do a punch barb. For those of you wondering, that's basic. There's a punch paladin as well, but it's easier to do.
I need mana.
Side note, Duriel dropped Silver Skin, a druid +2 freezes target, 18% deadly strike, and much more nonsense headgear. That sounds pretty good. Did Did we see that one yet or no? I don't think we have. +2 shapeshifting? Ooh. What difficulty was that one on? Is that a... Was that hell difficulty? Nightmare? That's good for Nightmare. Jeez. Freeze target? Freeze target is always great. The only time it's not is whenever you're playing a Necro Summoner. Or Corpse Explosion. Necro. Either of those does not like freeze target because you end up with nothing to corpse. Look, we got superior bolts. I should probably be using this to level up. And then we'll just swap to the two-handed sword we bought. No, I don't want to go in there and deal with Blood Robin. Blood Raven on a barbarian kind of sucks if you don't have your leap skills. Or you're not a thrower. At least on the paladin you have like charge. And zeal. We're dealing with all the zombies. My brain still does keep going back to like, this is best practice for vanilla Diablo 2, and it doesn't actually apply here. But yeah, the knockback doesn't carry through the shockwave. Stuns don't carry through it. Elemental damage and I think physical damage are carrying through. I'm just trying to think what else is carrying through on here. Poison carries through, like poison duration. I think chill might as well. Take care of these idiots. There you go.
I need mana.
That seems like it went up in damage. Because we were not one-shotting them before, were we? With the Shakama waves? That is... No, it still says it's only 3 to 6. But it is one-shotting those guys now.
I need mana. I need mana.
Maybe they can stack damage? Let's go ahead and see if... No, it's not one-shotting them anymore. I guess... Yeah, whatever. It's fine. We can bash stuff to death. We have just 2.5 more levels, and then we can see what this Tectonic Slam looks like with a two-handed sword and shield. Okay, grab mana potions whenever we can. Yeah, Barbarian... I've never been a huge Barbarian fan. I'm just going to put that one out there. We will be playing through it in the mod eventually, but we'll see if it's the next one we go with or not. We have another game to beat before we can do this again, though, so... Already fanaticism. God dang it. And we already... doing this was fruitful. We got another one of the uniques. God's sake, stop running away. Let's see. Grab health potion. How are we looking on mana? Pretty sketch. Yeah, we still actually haven't seen a two-handed sword drop. Should keep the poison grand charms for starter characters. We could. I have a few of them. I don't know what the level requirement on them is. But yeah, poison in general early on is... because enemy life pools are lower. It is way more effective. Whenever you start getting into hell, I have a feeling that unless you have a specific poison build, it's going to just fall off hard. I don't know if any of mine are level 1 or not. I can check. All of them come with reduced poison duration as well. Our XP is not going up as fast now. Those that have reduced poison duration is likely wreck level 10. Yeah, pretty much all of the ones we found have had the reduced poison duration. But level 10's not terrible. You'll still get use of that kind of poison through most of normal, even. You can do weird shit in normal and get away with it. Yay, Elrune! Elrune Hubbard. What? No, that's an entirely different thing. And yes, we are just looking for things to kill while we have this XP shrine, just to try and get things through as quickly as possible. We have one more level to get. And I keep, like, trying to, like... this is going to be a weird one. I keep trying to scroll up to cast freaking Holy Shield. My muscle memory is still on the Paladin.
These magic stones are ancient.
No lightning from Rakanishu? What? Yeah, we have XP up on our sword as well, so that's helping out a little bit. I think it's probably additive with the shrine, though, sadly. If it functions like a lot of other percent effects. Because usually, like, percent effects, there's 2 stages for the damage boost. There's plus fire damage percent, which is, like, your masteries and your ruby facets. Not ruby facets, your rainbow facets. Then you have the... just focusing on not running out of time on this. Yeah, you have your plus percents like on rainbow facets and your masteries, and then you have the plus percents from synergies, which are separate. And they're kind of treated like the percent off weapon versus percent on weapon kind of things. Think we are level 12? Yes, we are. Let's get out of here. we've used up most of our XP shrine before this. That means combat skills, tectonic slam. Yay. We'll go ahead and grab that. Okay, so it doesn't work with that. It does work if it's a two-handed weapon in one hand. So you were correct. I'm assuming this is physical damage. That works pretty good. I could see myself using that. And if the spread increases with levels or something, that'd be even better. I don't think it does. We have a plus life per attack as well. Yeah, all physical. Yeah, that works pretty good. I could see myself doing that. Just like, physical. Yeah. Let's save and exit. Let's look at the other class skills. Okay, create new. So we have Necro and Paladin done. Barbarian actually would be the logical next step. But we could just do like these two, and then we could do Druid and Amazon, and then kind of move our way back in. A nice little pattern there. Spread does not increase. Aww. One letter too many. We can only use 4-letter words for names, folks. I know. Ultimately, it is all up to me. If there's like, if you guys actually, oh wow. I mean, if you guys actually want to see a specific class, I can do that. It'll be after we finish the next game, which I'm leaning towards. I'm still on the fence between Legend of Dragoon or Shadow Hearts. Found Boazon to be extremely fun, but you had bonkers gear ready for her? Yeah. That's the downside of Boazons. Oh, wow. I have a question for you, Dalton. Actually, I have a question for any of you that have played a decent amount. Do we really not have prerequisites here? Or is this just a visual glitch? A la carte. Okay. No prerequisites whatsoever. All other elemental skills give it plus damage. So I could get up to a decent amount. Yeah, ravens are probably completely busted. All others... Goddamn. We might go summoner. You can one-shot Ubers, but it's nothing... Okay, you can beat Ubers without just spamming anything other than ravens. Okay. That's broken. They summon Twisters.
Good day.
They Firestorm. And they Shockwave. So these actually get buffs solely based on your investment in the other trees. So pretty much, if you're going these three, you pretty much want to go... The Raven set they made makes them even more busted. Ooh. Now here's another question. And this is going to be a bit of an odd one. First of all, I'm wondering what that is. But because that's faster cast rate on a spirit. Can I have all the different spirits at once? Because if it functions like they did with the golems and stuff like that, I could see this getting kind of funky. Solar Creeper's just straight damage per second. I think we might go Summoner Druid. I know it's going to struggle with Ancients, and it's going to struggle with... You can only have 8. I don't think I'm going to go over 8. But...
Good day.
I think we'll struggle with Ancients and Bale with it. In Hell. Like we did with the Necromancer. But... I'm not that afraid of that. Because I'm thinking Raven, Solar Creeper, Heart of Wolverine, Spirit of Barbs. We probably won't actually need Oak Sage. If we go that route. I did not realize Solar Creeper was just, I'm a bitch slap you, Vine. Shape-shifting looks like it's about the same. I mean, this... We could always go Rabies. Infected targets have negative 20% to poison resist. That makes it more effective. Shockwave is always fun if you're going Bear. Fire Claws was buffed. Fire Claws was already strong. So if it's buffed, that's going to make it really strong. Spreads a lot for... Oh, yeah. The Rabies spreads further. Cool. There's a synergy cap. Then you have 6% after that. I mean, you're always going to have the AoE. You missed the talk of it. Yeah, it's okay. I was just looking at, like, there's no prerequisites. Oh, you're making dinner? What you having? Currently, I have grapes. I'm probably going to make tacos later. But I have grapes. Taco Thursday, exactly. I missed out on Tuesday. I was having leftovers on Tuesday. Goulash, mashed potatoes, and freshly baked bread. That's really healthy and really good. That sounds actually really good. Actually, I probably would be going, if I was going to do some stuff like that, I'd probably actually go beef stew right now if I was going to make some, if I was going to get some fresh bread. I'm not going to make fresh bread right now. Don't have the stuff for it. Gonna eat outside and have a cowboy dinner. Oh. Gonna have a barbecue. No. Barbecue is saucy meat. Slow cooked. And if it's not moist, it's not real barbecue.
Good day.
I'm intrigued by all of these having like a synergy cap. And it just all of their elemental skills work for it. So why wouldn't I just go with, like, Hurricane? And these probably preclude each other. There is a cap, yeah. And then you just get, after that cap, it's reading, at least to me, like, once you hit that cap, the other percents start going in. So instead of the 16%, you just get 3% after that per hard point. Which seems fine. Fissure. Hurricane Fissure would be a nice combo. They will go together.
Good day.
They will go together. Okay. Can't remember if they're exclusive in vanilla either. I don't usually try and cast them both. They probably are not exclusive in vanilla. Things like Cyclone Armor, Bone Armor, and the Sorceress Cold Armors, those will sometimes preclude each other. There's an order to it. They will be fighting each other. Because they take the same slot. But I think Summoner might be the way we go. We might go full Raven. Just keep dumping into that on our first several levels. The way the synergies work in vanilla, you can't really make them both strong exactly. That's why most people don't use them together.
Good day.
So every other summon, I'm assuming these count as summons towards the Raven. So if we go 20, and there is no cap on that either. And that gets a 10% bonus. So those two are just going to be buffing the shit out of each other. I'm just curious. Okay, so this boosts the attack speed and cast speed of you and your party. We get 99 plus 12 is 111. Sorry, 98 plus 12 is 110. Get 110 skill points, so that means 5 skills to 20 or 4 skills to 25 and then 1 to 10.
Good day.
So it'd be... I think we would actually skip this. So it'd be Raven, Solar Creeper, Spirit of Barbs. Those are just givens. Those are ones we have to pick. Hard helps you hit enemies. Unfortunately, I don't think Heart's Aura will apply to Ravens or the Solar Creepers. Yeah, I think Druid is going to be our next one. I'm going to leave him untouched so we can do that. He's just going to be untouched, bro. He's going to be a mule. I'm going through and looking at what the different classes have before we actually fully settle on one. So far, Druid is winning. I will be looking at the Earth thing for Barbarian, though, for doing that. Part of me, there's a few things here. This looks like it's going to be operating pretty similar to the basic one. Yeah, all of the... Oh, Penetrate Elemental Resist. So that one is new. That increases our attack rating as a passive, and hard points increase Elemental Pierce. Which, that makes it better for a Magezon and for Javazons. So that's actually an auto pick for us, instead of just a nice to have. That still has a casting delay on it. Suck it. That means Exploding Arrow is still the better fire arrow. I generally do Magic Arrow instead of Fire Arrow. Both are good, by the way, for dealing with physical immunes. Magic Arrow just eventually gets free. I don't know if it still does in this, but yeah. Multi-shot, same as usual. Guided Arrow, same as usual. Strafe, looks like it's the same as usual. Looks like it doesn't have any real downsides. That's good. Freezing is fine and ice is fine.
Good day.
Magic becomes multiple shot with extra projectiles. Okay. With multi-shot, it gives it 1 projectile per 3 levels, 1 projectile per 3 levels. Okay, so if we actually dump into multi-shot up to 24, that would be... These would be just hauling crap. Mules points on Magic Arrow if only to free slots in your backpack. Yeah. Generally speaking, whenever I build Amazons in vanilla, I am carrying 2 sets of arrows, 1 on main, 1 on swap. Sometimes I'll have others if I have like no need for specific charms. But I'll have Magic Arrow on left, and then I'll have the arrows on right, and whenever I start getting low, I'll just pull arrows from my secondary slot. And just Magic Arrow for a lot of stuff. Because usually you'll find enough arrows to restock. But 24 Magic Arrow 24 multi-shot into Magic Arrow seems like it'd be kind of busted. Because that's going to be 9 magic arrows? This mod doesn't drop arrows? Oh, wait. Aren't arrows... There was something special about arrows in this that I am completely forgetting. Can't you... Trying to remember. Doesn't this actually have, like, enchanted arrows? Or replenishing arrows or something like that that you can get? Or you have to craft them or something? Or am I thinking of a different mod? But for the most part, it looks like we'd probably be playing a Javazon, or we have to craft it. Okay. Because right now it's looking like either Javazon or the weird, funky multi-shot magic arrow. Oh, Plague Javelin. These look like they're going to probably operate kind of like the original ones. So these would be really good in normal and nightmare, but suck in hell. We could go spears on. We do have some spears. But I don't think... Right now I'm feeling most compelled by the druid. Hiya!
Good day.
Your skills. Doesn't look like we have keep charges on any of these. Don't have keep charges on Claw Mastery. That's where I would have put it, personally. If I was them. That or on Weapon Block. Doing a multi-shot build, and from your testing, only the strafe will deplete the arrow count? Okay. Multi-shot, guided arrow, magic arrow, all three do not deplete your arrows. Okay, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about arrows being a problem. Have a good one, Zaldar. I will see you later. So yeah, it's looking like most of the traps are going to just function like normal as well, I'm guessing. That shooting 10 times is a change. Because if I remember correctly, those are supposed to shoot 5. That shoots 5. I might just be misremembering. My brain is just fog right now. The main thing I hate about Blade Shield, and I don't know if that's included in this, is Blade Shield actually reduces the durability of your weapon.
Good day.
I love Blade Shield, but I need it with an indestructible, otherwise I end up just with a busted-ass weapon. So yeah, the Assassin doesn't look like it's going to be too interesting on new stuff. I'm guessing the Sorceress. Is going to be kind of the same thing. Yes, I named her Sork intentionally with hard K. I doubt she's going to have too much different either. Yeah, those still just give plus damage. Ooh. Warmth receives bonuses from warmth. Life per kill. That's actually a good one. I don't mind that. That means that we don't have to worry about getting leech on her. That's going to have projectile counts. That's going to have projectile counts. That's what, so there are some decent changes to the Sorceress.
Good day.
Could go melee Sorceress. Standard kind of stuff. Physical damage reduction on those is kind of a nice addition. This makes physical sorceress a lot more tempting. There's projectiles, there's projectiles, there's projectiles. And these seem to like synergize back into that. And these look like they might just be standard. Yeah, those don't give more lightning bolts.
Good day.
I doubt that they buffed this. I kind of wish they would have. Thunderstorm used to be a fun skill to have back in the day. That takes aiming. The horror. Projectiles. They're your beast. 6% mana consumed per level. That means that, hey, guess what? Never mind. So 25 times 6 is 150%, so you'd still take 50% of mana consumed per damage. And you'd probably still be kind of boned with that. We could go with Charge Boltress. But yeah, so far, Druid sounds like the most changed. He different, folks. So I think next time we play this, we're going to be going with the Druid Reimagined. And I'll need to transfer all that stuff over him. I'm going to play him so he's at the top, so I remember that. But
Good day.
I think I might start a poll to see whether it's Shadow Hearts or Legend of Dragoon. Legend of Dragoon's probably going to get more views, just because it's more known. Meanwhile, you can just run around and bite a thing and run away like your 60s cartoon character. Me, I just get to stand still while the swarm comes. The birds! The birds! I can reenact a freaking Alfred Hitchcock nonsense going on there. Let's see. I am going to go ahead and send you guys off to Akarana. They're doing some Warhammer something. Don't know what. Skulls, I think? It's a reveal. I don't know what that is about. They're talking about something. But I will see you guys next time.